My name is Steve Escalante. I'm the CEO and founder of Digital Bandidos. So I've been making and publishing games for about 25 years now. There was a lot of things that were still left undone with indie publishing, specifically in terms of championing the developers and being a good steward to these amazingly creative people that create games. So Lance and I, who I've been working with Lance James for about 9 years now at Versus Evil, he and I decided to kind of just essentially do it again. Nothing terribly fancy about that, other than we just want to be really good stewards of these creative people and create a fun indie publisher that is, has a little bit of an edge to it. We had this intention of setting up this publisher that's going to have these certain genre silos that we can cross-pollinate customers. So I think the initial real excitement about the Discord Social SDK was the fact that we can potentially span regions, territories, and things from a platform perspective and have console gamers interact with PC gamers in the same type of fashion, but with voice and the features that the Discord Social SDK drives, and enabling that to be a much easier experience. As a publisher, I think one of our biggest tools is to try to give time back to the developer. And the way that we do that is to take some of these kind of daily tasks and activities away from them so they can focus on making the game. Town of Salem 2 is a very social game. People are typing, people are chatting, and all those things. But the problem with that is that doesn't necessarily transfer over to the console experience. It does maybe with mobile because people are so used to chatting and texting and things from their mobile phone. But from a console perspective, clearly keyboards and things don't really work. Part of the reason that we brought Town of Salem and Town of Salem 2 into Digital Bandidos was the idea that we can bring it to so many more platforms, including Discord. So when we saw the social SDK from Discord, we got excited about the idea that we can integrate a social SDK from Discord, which is where our community is, which is where we're managing everybody, and we can translate that into a cross-platform communication channel that people can use voice and or text, and it makes it that much easier. We were able to tell our development team, hey, you don't have to worry about this one that much anymore. Now we've got this thing, we just need to integrate it, and it's right where our community is, so let's do that. When we looked at the Discord Social SDK for retention or for new player acquisition, a lot of what we're looking for is how we kind of span some of the regions and the territories. The way that the game was initially designed, it actually created some challenges with that and having to have almost siloed communities within territories. So part of our goal is to try to break that down in some way so that people can be communicating across territories, across platform. That became really important for us on the onset of when we started taking over development. We started to see how that immediately translates into a very rich Town of Salem 2 experience, because it allows customers to communicate in the same way that they would on the PC, but through a much easier enablement with voice. We've really just kind of gotten started. We've got our feet under us. One of the cool things that we're doing right now, we just announced in partnership with the Mix, the Indie Fanfest. We had over 400 game submissions for that. One of the biggest things that we're trying to do with Digital Bandidos is help everyone solve discovery. I think that's one of the biggest challenges in the industry right now. And the Indie Fanfest is a very small but very important step forward. I think that's really kind of the biggest thing that Bandidos is up to, other than the normal thing, which is, of course, launching games, which we're really excited about our slate of titles, and we're constantly looking at new ones. So submit your games to us. We're happy to check it out.